everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're talking about the best of L'Oreal. I'm going to do a few videos where I go through cosmetic lines and tell you what are my favorites out of those lines. I may do the worst of a line. We'll see how that goes. But right now we're doing the best of L'Oreal and I have a lot of products. I'm pretty sure that L'Oreal has always been my #1 brand for the drugstore. There's just so much that I love out of their line and I can always count on to work for me. So let's start off with base products. The first one's a primer. It's the Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. This one, well, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but this thing is beat up. It is so crusty and used and worn, and I mean, it just looks absolutely disgusting, but it's been loved. This one's such a nice, glowy primer. I do actually have some left in here that's kind of shocking. Here it is. It's just a white pearl, and when you blend it into the skin, it just gives this gorgeous luminosity. I mean, it's so glowy and light reflecting, and it just looks so healthy on the skin. This is not a primer that actually extends the wear of your foundation or, you know, hides your pores, that kind of thing. I just find that this gives me a healthier, glowy feel if I'm using a matte primer, or even if I'm using something that is a little glowy and I just kind of want to look more hydrated. I use this also alone. It's definitely one where if I'm feeling a little dry or dehydrated and I'm just not even wearing makeup, I'll put a little bit of this on the high points. Just kind of perks me up a little bit. Onto some foundations. I have 3 because L'Oreal for the drugstore, if I'm looking for base, hands down I'm going towards L'Oreal. The first one is the True Match Lumi. I've loved this, oh gosh, for years and years, probably since it first came out. They did come out with the cushion version of this and I liked it, but you don't get a whole lot of product for the price, and I'll just get this one in a giant pump and get my 1 fluid ounce. It doesn't oxidize on me. This does have SPF. It wears so long for something that has such a luminous finish, and I am oily in my T-zone, but I wear this all year round. I have it on today. I love it. It doesn't, you know, break down around the nose. It's such a good foundation if you're dry or dehydrated or a mature skin. I think you'd like this a lot. On to the other foundations. They're both from the Infallible line. This line, I think the Infallible line as a whole is one of my favorites. I love it a lot. This right here is the matte one, and then the most recent addition was the Pro Glow. I love them both. I've worn these. I've worn the matte since that one's come out, and I've worn this to death since it was released. The Pro Glow has SPF in it and the matte one does not. The matte one, although it is matte, it's more of a demi matte finish and it doesn't cling to dry parts of your face. It just looks nice. I wear it all winter long as well. It's kind of ironic because I wear this in the winter and then I've been wearing the glowy one in the summer, which probably be switched around. Onto a concealer, and actually L'Oreal's not one I gravitate towards for the concealer department, but this one I picked up a few months back and I actually was pleasantly surprised. It's the Visibly Lift Blur Concealer. Now, I hated this foundation. Oh God, I don't know why. I'm sure some people love it, but it didn't work well with my skin. It looked weird and made my, you know, wrinkles more accentuated. I didn't like the feel on my face. But the concealer is actually very nice. It's opaque, but yet very light, you know, feeling on the face. I use it for the under eyes, and it just really does blur things. It kind of perfects the under eyes. I like it a lot. I'm not a fan of the packaging because I always have to store it this way, because it just oozes out. I mean, a lot of it's in the little cap too, so I'm not a fan of the packaging for that reason, but the formula is very nice. The last base product is a bronzer. This one came out for this summer, and it's the Glam Bronze. It's such a beautiful formula. I have the light shade, and it is like butter. I can't even tell you. It is like silk. Butter and silk had a baby, it would be this bronzer. It's perfect with like a gold iridescence to it. There's no glitter in it. Just leaves like this healthy like J-Lo sheen on your face. I love it a lot. It's actually quite long wearing as well, and they have a few shades. Definitely one to pick up. And look at how big this is. I mean, geez. I'm never going to go through this whole bronzer. Let's move on to eyes. For eyeshadow, L'Oreal's also not one that I go to for eyeshadows either, but this, if you're going to get an eyeshadow from L'Oreal, you're going to get this product. It's the Infallible, like, singles. These are like their pressed pigments. This one's Amber Rush. I'm sure you've heard of it. Everyone and their mama has heard of this, and it's absolutely pure gold. I mean, it actually is. It's like pure rose gold. Oh my gosh. I can't get enough. I'm not kidding you. I've had this forever and there's not even like a dent in it. But there it is. That beautiful rose gold shade. It just looks so flattering on the lid. It's so metallic and rich. Their pigmentation on these shadows are absolutely insane. They're long wearing. They don't crease. You don't even have to use a primer. At least I don't. I love these a lot. I have a few shades and I can't recommend these enough. I have a liner that I love, and I don't generally use gel liner often, but if I'm gonna get a gel liner and it's from the drugstore, it's going to be the Lacquer liner. I've had this. It needs to get tossed. I mean, it's old and it's still not even dried out. It's just this blackest black you could possibly imagine, and it's actually blackest black is the shade. I don't even know if they make other colors. It might just be the black. I could be wrong. I just think this is such a creamy formula, super jet black matte, and it's the one to go to. I do like the Maybelline one, but I like this one a little bit better. I found the Maybelline one tends to be a little bit drier, and I like this because it's a little bit creamier, but not too creamy where it's going to smear all over your face. For mascara, hands down, actually, there's a lot of L'Oreal mascara that I love. That's another one. If I'm going to get mascara, it's probably going to be L'Oreal or CoverGirl. I think that I don't have it, so I'll just insert a picture somewhere over here. It's the Voluminous Carbon Black. Hands down, the best. I think it's just a standard bristle wand. It gets the job done, doesn't flake, it doesn't do anything gross. It's just such a good standard mascara. It does everything that you want, and I find that even though it is just a volumizing mascara, it does give a little bit of length for me too, but it gives ba-ba-boom lashes, and I absolutely love it. Some brow products. I have a love affair with the brow products. That whole Brow Stylist line is absolutely amazing. If you're gonna get brows products from the drugstore, you're going to go to L'Oreal. Hands down, I think that they have it down. The first one is the Plumper. Brow Stylist Plumper. This is just, gosh, this one's so crusty. It's old, but still going strong. It's a little mascara wand. You brush it through your brows. It adds definition. I mean, I don't even know. Does it have little hairs? It has little fibers in it. It just adds texture. I love the formula. It doesn't make your brows crunchy or anything gross. I've been using this for years. This is probably my second or third tube. The pencil, the micro pencil that you see everywhere, L'Oreal has one, and it is called the Stylist Definer. And this is awesome. I don't use this right now just because I only have brunette, and that's not the right shade for me. That's usually my fall or winter shade. But this is great. It's a micro pencil, super fine nib, gets the job done, not super pigmented, but pigmented enough, not really creamy or not super waxy, just a great formula. It's got the little spoolie on one end, doesn't smudge or smear or do anything gross. It's just a very nice one. Actually, I should pick up blonde because it's a little bit more appropriate for me right now. And for powder, this is so good. I love the little kit too. So this is the Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit. It's this little compact, and inside, let's hope all this stuff doesn't fall out. Inside you get little tweezers, you get a little brush, angled brush, and a spoolie on the other end, and you got your powder and your colored wax. It's just such a cute little kit. It has a little mirror, everything you need for like traveling. I have light to medium, and this is actually my perfect shade whether it's fall, winter, whatever. It's actually very pigmented, and I love this. It's such a great little kit. Getting down to the wire for lips. I am not a fan of the L'Oreal lipsticks, I have to say. I love the formula. I think they're great, but the smell, it just, oh, it's just such an old lipstick smell. Like, it just too perfumey. I'm just not a fan. I could smell it all day long on my lips. It's just not for me. But I do like a few others. One that does have that smell, but it doesn't linger. It is the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. Actually, I have it on right now. I'm wearing Statement Nude, and this does have the smell. It doesn't linger. It's, you know, one that you smell if you smell it right from the tube or sniff it right from the tube. It's not a very long wearing one. You do have to reapply it, but it almost stains your lips, which I do love a lot. Some gorgeous colors. I have a bunch of them. And the last one is the Color Riche Balm. I love this. This is the only one I've ever had, the Rose Elixir shade. I've worn this thing to death. Ugh, look at, that's all I have left. I have to get another one. Has a smell, but it's more like a sweet vanilla, and it's my go-to purse thing. I always have it in my purse. It's just such an easy one to slap on. You don't even need a mirror. If you go outside the lines, it's not like a super pigmented dark color. It doesn't look like you're a crazy person. I think it's just an awesome one to kind of give you a little something. Wear it with any look, touch up, whatever. It just looks good all the time. It's very comfortable, moisturizing. I love that thing. And whew, that is it. I tried to go through that fast, so this wasn't a 20-minute video, but those are my favorites from the L'Oreal line. There's definitely been some that I somewhat like, but these are my favorites. I enjoy them, and I'll always repurchase them. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite L'Oreal product is. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, you know where that button lives. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Okay, so the first thing is to get a mirror that you can hold in your hand or something that you can keep super close. I just have a little compact here. It's a blush, and I'm gonna put it down so that way I can look down into a mirror. That way you can just pop them up, okay?